Hello students, in the previous video we studied electroplating. Okay, so this video also we are studying the third application, that is electro refining. But one more example of electroplating let us do. So that is the example over here is electroplating with nickel, right? So here we are taking electroplating with nickel, right? So this is our next example. We did electroplating with silver, now it is electroplating with nickel. Now in this case there is the object over here is bell and anode is made up of nickel. So what is the electrolyte over here? Electrolyte is nickel sulfate solution. Okay, so nickel sulfate. So nickel sulfate solution we have taken over here, right? Always mention whether it is solution in molten state. Okay, so solid will not conduct electricity. So nickel sulfate solution we have taken. So electrodes over here, electrodes, cathode is the article to be electroplated. So article to be electroplated, that is the bell which we have. Okay, electroplated, that is a bell over here, right? Now what is the anode over here? So anode is made up of pure block of nickel. Okay, so pure block of nickel metal we have taken. Now electrolytic reaction over here. So dissociation is nickel sulfate solution will dissociate over here in nickel ions and sulfate ions. So solid nickel sulfate will dissociate into Ni2 plus and SO4 2 minus. And we have added water. So the solution in this, here we have so many ions are present, 4 ions are present. So H plus and OH minus water will dissociate into. Now what happens at cathode? The positively charged ions, all the nickel ions will get attracted over here. See, all nickel ions which are present in the solution, or you can say the nickel ions which are formed from cathode will get attracted towards cathode. So all nickel ions will get attracted towards cathode. Now same time what's happening over here, this anode is made up of so many nickel atoms are there. Anode is made up of pure nickel block okay, and here lot of iron atoms are there. So each atom will lose 2 electrons and will convert into nickel ions, and these nickel ions will move towards cathode. So here you will see several ions are formed at the same time here, and these ions will move towards. So what is happening over here? Anode is made up of nickel and it is an attackable electrode over here. We will say active electrode, or we can say attackable electrode. Now this attackable electrode means electrode is taking part in the reaction. These anions will remain dormant. Okay, so what happens? These anions will not will get oxidized, but what will get oxidized is silver. So silver is nickel. Sorry. So here which ions will get oxidized over here? None of them, both because here according to this electrochemical series, hydroxyl ion should get oxidized, but nickel, this anode is made up of nickel, so metal easily loses electrons, so nickel will take part in the reaction, and anode is made up of nickel, each atom of nickel loses 2 electron and forms nickel ions, and these nickel ions will gain 2 electrons at the cathode and will convert into nickel. So we will see a silvery deposit over here on the bell, right? So what are the observations over here? So we will say observation number 1, a silvery deposit of nickel is formed on the cathode. Okay, and second observation is anode decreases in mass. Anode decreases in mass, right? So these are the 2 observations. So the main role of anode is continuous supply of nickel ions, we are getting it from that, right? Now the next example over here is now electro refining. So next application of electrolysis is electro refining. Now let us understand what is electro refining. It is a process by which impurities from metals extracted by chemical processes are removed electrolytically to obtain a highly pure metal. See, here we have impure copper. Okay, so anode is made up of impure copper. These are all impure blocks. The thick blocks are impure blocks of copper and thin blocks are pure block of copper. So we want copper from this impure block. Okay, there are a lot of impurities, but imagine that these are the atoms present in the impure block. So these are the atoms of nickel which are present in the impure block of copper. Okay, so these are the atoms of copper which are present in the impure block of copper. Okay, copper. Now what happens, these atoms actually we want, okay, from this. So impurities we don't want, we want this metal atoms. Okay, so what is happening here, electrolytically, by passing electric current we will remove impurities from this. This is called electro refining, right? So let us understand what is the electrolyte over here. Electrolyte is acidified, okay, copper sulfate solution. So acidified copper sulfate solution, we have to mention solution. Okay, then the electrodes in that cathodes are the sheets of pure copper metal, right? Thin sheets of pure copper metal. Okay, so the thin sheets are cathode. Now anode are thick impure blocks, thick impure blocks of copper metal, right? Now what is the electrolytic dissociation in this copper sulfate we have, and that will dissociate into copper ions and sulfate ions. Then water, okay, in this will break down into H plus and OH minus ions. So these are the ions present in the electrolyte. Now what happens at cathode? So here this is whole electrolytic solution in this. So what happens, as soon as we connect the battery, all the copper atoms which are present in this impure block will turn into copper ions, okay, and will get attracted towards cathode. Okay, so from here all these ions will get attracted towards cathode, right? So what happens over here, copper anode is made up of copper. That copper atom, these are the copper atoms present in this impure block. Each copper atom loses 2 electrons and turns into cupric ions. And the other side, what happens, all these cupric ions which are present in the solution, or you are saying that which are coming from the anode, will get attracted towards cathode. So copper ions will get attracted towards cathode, they'll gain 2 electrons and copper metal. So we will see that a pinkish deposit will form on this cathode, and this cathode will become thick, right? So pinkish deposit on cathode is formed over here and they will become thick. So that is the observation. So what is the observation? Observation number 1 is a pinkish deposit of copper is seen or formed on the cathode, right? This is one. Now here another thing is, once all these atoms will turn into ions, the bonding between the impurities and this atom will become loose, and then what will happen at the end, because all this is getting deposited on this, so thick cathode will become thin cathode will become thick, and then the remaining impurities will fall down at the bottom, okay, of the anode, and that is known as anode mud or slime. Anode mud we can say, or we can say slime, right? So we will see what is the observation. We will see that anode mud is formed at the bottom of the impurities of anode will fall down. The impurities from the anode, okay, anode will fall down and is known as anode mud or slime, right? And what is third observation? You will say all this anode will continuously, you will say, decrease in size, and finally you will say cathode increases in mass. Cathode increases in mass, right? So then there won't be any anode no more. Why? Because all the atoms will turn into ions and will get then they are attracted towards cathode, and on cathode they will turn into, means they will get deposited in the form of copper, and finally the impurities will fell down at the bottom, and which is known as anode mud, right? So this is called electro refining. So finally we are getting pure blocks, and thin block of cathode will increase in size and they will become thick, right? Thank you, students.